Hi guys, I'm back. I'm continuing my part 2 video of the continuation of my Royal Tiara collection. This is display case number 1 still. I remember that in my last video I actually forgot one of the tiaras, and it's this one here. It's the Greville honeycomb tiara, which was inherited by the late Queen Mother from Mrs. Greville. She left probably, I think, her entire jewelry collection to the late Queen Mother. And Queen Mother then eventually also ended up altering the top of the tiara. She made some changes to it. So this was a piece that she often wore. Upon her death, it went to Queen Elizabeth, the late Queen Elizabeth II, who never wore it. And she ended up giving it to Camilla when she married Prince Charles, now King Charles. So that's one tiara that I forgot, sorry. But there it is. It's a nice replica, available on AliExpress or eBay and some other sites. Set Bridals, they have this replica, and it's a very nice one. It's a good quality tiara. And then moving on to our lower portion of the case. On top we have the Cartier Halo tiara, which was mostly worn by Princess Margaret in her younger years. It then went to Queen Elizabeth when Princess Margaret died. And of course, Queen Elizabeth never wore it. So she ended up lending it to Catherine. And Catherine wore this tiara on her wedding day. Originally, the tiara was given to the late Queen Mother, who wore it also in her younger years, but then she ended up giving it to Princess Margaret, who wore it readily on many functions and state banquets and such. Below that, in the middle, we have the honeycomb pearl tiara, which was Queen Mary's tiara. And Queen Mary fell in love with the original version of this. She saw it on Princess Augusta of Hesse, which was her maternal grandmother or aunt or something like that. And Queen Mary had Garrards make this replica. Well, back then they replicated them with real jewels and diamonds and pearls. It wasn't crystals like we have today. So Queen Mother had it made for her, and the original version actually had pearl toppers. It looked like this. So this is the original version of the Lover's Knot tiara. We know that Queen Mary loved to dismantle all her pieces and change them up. So she took the toppers off at some point, and then it ended up looking like that. When she died, it went to Queen Elizabeth, the late Queen Elizabeth II, who wore it in her younger years, but then she stopped wearing it, and then she gave it to Princess Diana when she married Prince Charles. So Diana made it famous, sort of, and we mostly know it today by Princess Catherine wearing it to most of the functions and state banquets and gala events. Next one up is the Spencer tiara, and that's a version of it. Sorry, this is hard to do. Which is part of the Spencer family collection. Sorry, my cat's making noise. There's one version of it. I have another version of it down below here. It's much bigger. It's a grander piece right there. And Princess Diana wore that tiara to her wedding. And then on the right, we have Sarah Ferguson's wedding tiara, which was a gift from Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip when she married Prince Andrew. And that's a newer tiara, so it was something that they bought somewhere at auction. I'm not quite sure where they bought it, but that was a wedding gift to Sarah Ferguson. Below that, we have the Persian turquoise tiara, which is also known as the Triumph of Love tiara. Belonged to Princess Margaret. It's part of a set parure with a necklace, earrings, and a brooch. And Princess Margaret used to wear this a lot. This is one tiara, and the whole parure that ended up not being sold off at auction. So they kept it, hoping to see it someday on someone. But unfortunately, most of Margaret's jewels were auctioned off after she died. As we can see below that, you have the Grand Baltimore tiara. And this version that I have is more of a pageant version. I somehow stumbled upon it years ago on a Walmart website, believe it or not. I was scouring through, as I always do, on the internet, and I saw this and I'm like, that's the Baltimore tiara, I think. And so I ordered it, and I'm happy I did, because it's a really nice replica. It's huge, it's grand, really nice. Continuing to the bottom, let's see, that would be the sapphire Portland tiara made by Garrard. It belonged to Ivy, the Duchess of Portland, who was the 7th Duke's wife. So the tiara was made in 1887 by the family dismantling a lot of their jewels in order to construct this. And it's another grand tiara. It goes all the way around, huge. It's really beautiful, magnificent. After that, we have the Fife tiara, which it's not the best replica. Obviously, the Fife tiara, the elements are sort of dangling en tremblant, which is French for dangling or movement. I might have, let's see, I might have my Indian jeweler make me a replica of it, or if I find a better version of it, I will certainly acquire it. This Fife tiara was given to Princess Louise. It was a gift by King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra. Princess Louise was their daughter, and it was a wedding gift to her. Below that, we have the Greek meander tiara, which belonged to Princess Alice, Prince Philip's mother. And she gave the meander tiara to Queen Elizabeth, then Princess Elizabeth, when she married Prince Philip. Elizabeth never wore it, so she gave it to her daughter, Princess Anne, and we can see this readily on Princess Anne. It's a beautiful Greek tiara. And sorry, my cat's in the way. Come on, move. Yeah, we have the Spencer tiaras. The lower one is the honeysuckle Spencer tiara, which is the older of the two Spencer tiaras. It's been in the family since the 19th century. And that's a really nice piece. And that's also available online on some of the online websites that I shop at. Below that, let's see, I have my notes here. On the left, we have the Kent festoon tiara. And my cat is just, for some reason, in the way, sorry. But there it is, the Kent festoon, which belonged to Princess Marina. And then upon her death in 1968, it was passed on to Prince Michael of Kent, whose wife now, Princess Michael of Kent, usually wears it to a lot of the functions. And to the right of that one, we have another version of the Baltimore tiara, which is more of a standard version of it. Hard to see. Sorry. Let's see if I can get a better angle. No, I can't. Alrighty. I'm not good at editing or anything. This is just my cell phone camera. In the forefront here, we have the Anglesi tiara. which was first owned by Henry Paget, the fifth Duke of, or the fifth Marquis of Anglesey. And he was a flamboyant character. He loved to dance, and I believe he used to wear this at some of his parties. The tiara dates back to 1890s, and it was made by Boucheron. And this is a really nice replica. You can find this one on Etsy. My friend Fiona, who owns a shop there called the De Grey Collection, she had this one specifically made for her and to carry in her store. So this one is available on Etsy, the De Grey's collection, and I highly recommend it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite tiaras. Stunning. Then we're moving on to some of Queen Mary's tiaras. The top one there below the lover's knot is a replica of the Surrey tiara, which was a gift to Queen Mary when she got married. So that was a wedding gift. And of course, that one didn't last long either. She dismantled it and had other pieces made, or it went into something else. Below, we have the Emerald Kokoshnik, the Queen Mary's Emerald Kokoshnik tiara, which I believe she bought off of the Romanovs when they were exiled from Russia. So Queen Mary got her hands on a lot of the Romanov jewels and tiaras. And this was last worn by Princess Eugenie at her wedding, Prince Andrew's daughter, Eugenie. After that, we have the diamond bandeau, which was worn by Meghan when she married Prince Harry. And that's another one of Queen Mary's bandeau tiaras. And this was believed to have been a wedding gift to Queen Mary when she married Prince, let's see now, Duke or Prince. Now I'm all confused. But anyhow, well, King George V is who she married. And the last one we have on the bottom is the Rosebery tiara, which was a wedding gift to Hannah Rothschild by the Earl of Rosebery. And this tiara was part of the recent Royal Tiara exhibit in London that was held this summer. It's a gorgeous tiara. The replica is okay. It's not exact in its structure or scale, but it's still a good replica. So there you have it, my friends. The conclusion of this case number 1. And there it is. And if you have any questions, suggestions, please feel free to write a comment down below. I will be continuing to display case number 2. Sorry, that's one of my paintings. Yes, I painted that many years ago. And this is the continuation of the Royal British tiaras in this display case number 2. So I will be talking more about those in my future videos. And then we have the rest of the case is other European royal tiaras, the Swedish collection, and then we have the Dutch, the Belgium, Luxembourg, and down on the bottom we have the Spanish royal tiaras. So I will be filming that at a later time and talking about the rest of them. Thanks for watching. And again, if you have questions, thoughts, suggestions, please drop a comment. Thank you all. Bye for now.